What's up, my YouTube family? Welcome back to the Gaming Brigade, and as I do every Monday, my friends, today I'm going to take some time, answer some of the questions you've sent the channel over the last week. We're going to talk about things we can expect to see in the game this week and other changes we hope to see very soon. Now, if you happen to enjoy this video, do me a favor real quick and hit that like button. It really does help the channel out. We have a goal of 300 likes per video. We have been crushing that lately, so thank you all so much. And as always, feel free to either subscribe or join as well. Now, the first thing I want to go over in today's video are some of the things that are going on in the game this week. So first of all, both the League and Global event end tomorrow. And for those of you that have been doing the Global event, I have not touched it once, but if you have been, you should have some stars. Make sure you spend them because they do not roll from one event to the other. So whatever you do not spend today will be gone for good. Now, we also have a new Manhunt target that jumps in tomorrow. And during that time, you're going to be getting double XP for the first 15 shade levels. It is a great time when that event is active to, obviously gain some seasonal progress, so make sure you keep an eye on that. Now, as far as the apparel event goes, it currently says in game that we are 2 weeks away from that event starting. However, we have not gotten any verbal confirmation from the game as yet, but as always, as soon as I have any more information to pass along, I will do that right away. Moving on, my friends, I'd now like to get into some of the known issues that are going on in the game, some things that we thought were going to be fixed with 16.1, other things that are going to be on the way with 16.2. And as always, if you're having any issues in this game whatsoever that are not mentioned, please let me know and I'll try to get you answers as quick as I can. So the first thing I'd like to go over has to do with NPCs and if they've become stronger since Title Update. This goes back to Title Update 15 because I've been getting messages from a lot of gamers saying they just seem to be hitting harder. And from everything the game has said in response online, there has been no changes to the strength of NPCs whatsoever. If you actually notice that in game, please let me know. I haven't really seen it, and I know we're already at 16.1, but I've been receiving messages on a pretty consistent basis since Title Update 15 saying you've noticed something, so if that is still apparent in your gameplay, please let me know. Next, we're going to talk about the known issues board. And for those of you that may not be familiar with this, if you go to the Division's Twitter page, you're going to see a link that will take you to what you're seeing on screen right now. And in my opinion, this has been a great addition to the community. We can post issues that we have. You can see in the far left, it says how to report bugs or issues, and you can also keep track of what's actually going on. And one thing the game has made very clear is that this is not everything that the game is working on. They're working on much more, and they try to update this page as often as possible. I mean, a few things we can highlight. We've got the invisibility exploit that's still going on in PvP. Sticking with the whole Dark Zone thing, there's also an issue with the shrapnel trap. They tried to weaken it. It's still an issue, so again, they're investigating that. Moving on to things like the Pakaros holster, different gear. With the Pakaros holster, we should have been able to reroll a core attribute to red. That wasn't the case. They're working on that. Moving down to, there are just a lot of things that are still, you can see they're investigating and in progress. One of which being, as you all know, was the change they made in the summit to the XP farm and floor 10. Now, one thing they said last week was that the issue is never supposed to be addressed before 16.2. We apologize for the fix becoming available earlier than promised and the confusion it caused by the inconsistency in our communication. A bigger XP revamp is being considered to better reward players for their time. Next, my friends, I'd like to talk about the closer chest piece, as a lot of you have reached out to me in regard to that. So my timeline is this, as far as I can remember. We had all our gear, then when Title Update 16 came out, we noticed that in our closer chest piece, we were missing an attribute. It wasn't there. So in 16.1, they were supposed to replace the missing attribute with the one we had before. However, when we actually logged in and checked that gear, it was not the same gear that we had before because they put a random attribute in there. And you can see they said the TU 16.1 fix that was supposed to give back the same attributes players had before the TU 16 launch applied random attributes instead, and the issue is still under investigation. Now, what that means or how they're actually going to fix that, I don't know. I don't know if they can, but my advice is this: hang on to that closer body armor until everything is finally caught up. For me, I know a lot of the body armor is useless because it is not rolled any way that I need it to, but I really don't want to toss anything as yet just in case they figure out a fix. I don't even know how that could work because then that could affect the current gear that I've already picked up since then, but my friends, we will all see what happens together. Now, another topic you've brought to my attention has been the fact that exotic components have not been dropping in control points. That is supposed to be fixed with 16.2, and one final thing I want to go over has to do with the Dark Zone and targeted loot. Now, there was an issue in the Dark Zone where targeted loot was not dropping at all. So in 16.1, they implemented a fix and targeted loot started dropping. However, now, anytime you get a piece of targeted loot in the Dark Zone, it is not contaminated. It goes right into your inventory, and that's something they're also going to fix in 16.2. With all that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. Now, right now, it is just before 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. We know that tomorrow introduces the new Manhunt target, and as far as 16.2 goes, we haven't gotten a day on that as yet. Now, that could be tomorrow. I may be recording this before they make an announcement, but as always, tomorrow when the event goes live, I will bring you another update and let you know exactly what's going on. As always, I want to thank you all for your incredible support of this channel and remind you, like I said at the beginning of this thing, if you enjoyed this, do me a favor really quick, hit that like button. You can feel free to subscribe or join as well, but most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.
Detected. Incoming hostiles detected.
They didn't know who they were dealing with.